Hi there, and welcome back to the Bitesize Guitar channel. Today we're going to be looking at Memories by Maroon 5. It's a really common chord progression, so let's take a look. Okay, so let's start by taking a look at the chord progression that's used throughout the entire song. We are in the key of B major, and we're using a very famous chord progression, which is 1, 5, 6, which is a minor chord, 3, which is a minor chord, 4, 1, 4, 5. So in the key of B major, that looks like this. We've got a B major chord, followed by an F sharp major, followed by a G sharp minor, a D sharp minor, an E major, B major again, back to the E major, and finishing on the F sharp major. Now, as I said, this is actually a really common chord progression, most traditionally known as Pachelbel's canon in D, but it's used in a variety of pop and rock songs. I'm actually going to be taking you through how to play a number of different songs using this chord progression in a separate video, so please check out the link at the end of this video. Okay, so let's take a look at those bar chords in more detail, starting with our B major. Now for the B major, we're going to omit both our bottom E and our high E, and only play the middle 4 strings. We're going to be barring with our first finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and we're going to create a secondary bar with either our pinky or our 3rd finger at the 4th frets on the D, G and B strings. So that should sound like this: 2, 4, 4, 4, B major. Okay, moving on to our F sharp chord, we're simply going to walk our bar down onto the bottom E string, so still at the 2nd fret. We're then going to fret the 4th fret at the A string, the 4th fret at the D string, our 2nd finger plays the 3rd fret at the G, and the B and high E are ringing out at the 2nd fret underneath our bar. So we're going to take that exact same shape and move it up 2 frets, and then remove our 2nd finger for our G sharp minor. So we're barring at 4, playing the 6th fret on the A and D strings with our 3rd and 4th fingers, and the rest of the chord is simply the bar at the 4th fret for G sharp minor. For our D sharp minor, we're going to be dropping down again onto our A string at the 6th fret, so we're barring with our 1st finger yet again, then fretting the 8th fret with our 3rd finger, 8th fret on the G with our pinky, and 2nd finger is going to be playing the 7th fret on the B string. The high E again just rings out underneath that bar at the 6th fret. I'm going to drop down to a more familiar shape now and play our E major as standard at the bottom of the guitar, open on the bottom E string, 2nd fret on the A string, 2nd fret on the D string, 1st fret on the G string, and the high E and B are both open. We're then going to play our B major again, back to that E major again, and our F sharp exactly as before. So now you're familiar with those chords, let's take a look at how they fit together in the chord progression. We're basically going to take those 8 chords and split them up into pairs. So in our first bar we get B and F sharp. Our 2nd bar is G sharp minor to D sharp minor. Our 3rd bar E major to B major. And our 4th bar E major to F sharp. Okay, so if you'd like, you could just go through that chord progression and just strum the chords. And that's the progression that runs throughout the entire song. However, we're also going to introduce a fingerpicking part into the right hand. So let's take a look at that now. Okay, so let's take a look at the right hand picking pattern. Now for every chord that we play within our progression, we're going to start on the lowest fretted note of the chord. So for example on our B, that would be the 5th string. We're going to be playing that with our thumb. And we're then going to walk the rest of our fingers up just 1 string at a time. So our 1st finger is going to be playing the 4th string, our 2nd finger will be playing the 3rd string, and our 3rd finger will be playing the 2nd string. So if I was just to play those in succession, it would be thumb, 1, 2, 3. And obviously at the same time I'm holding down my B chord. Now our actual picking pattern is the thumb by itself, then the first finger by itself, and then both the second and third fingers play the second and third strings together. So together that sounds like this. That's the first half of our bar, so that's the first chord of each pairing. When we move on to our second chord, so for example, we'll move from the B major to the F sharp, we're simply going to adjust our right hand to drop down to the lowest note of the next chord. So for the F sharp, that is the 6th string with our thumb, 5th string with our first finger, 2nd finger and 3rd finger are going to be playing the 4th and 3rd strings. And it's exactly the same pattern. So that's thumb, 1, 2 and 3 together. So if we put those two chords together, the B on the 5th string, down to the 6th string for our F sharp. Now that is the pattern that is going to repeat for every chord pairing. So for our B, for our G sharp, which starts on the 6th string, and our D sharp minor, which will be dropping down to the 5th string for, is exactly the same pattern though. For our E major, starting on the 6th string, to our B on the 5th string, and our E major on the 6th string to our F sharp, staying on the 6th string. To complete the picking pattern, let's just take a quick look at the rhythm. It's not too complicated, but within each pair, we're going to be playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So for example, if we take a look at that on our B major to F sharp, it sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. If we take a look at that in a little bit more detail, slowed down, I'm starting on the 5th string for my B, 1 and 2 and. So I move down onto my E string for that F sharp on the and of 2. 1 and 2 and. Now that note, that F sharp note, actually lasts for an entire beat. So that would be 1 and 2 and 3. And then I'm simply going to fret the rest of the F sharp chord for the remainder of that bar. So that would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. With that final chord ringing out for the and of 4. So again, if we put that all together, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And that's the same for every chord pairing throughout the entire song. So our B to F sharp, we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Our G sharp to D sharp minor, we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. For our E to B major, we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And our E to F sharp, we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All together, that sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 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 Okay, so now you're familiar with the fingerpicking part in the right hand and the chord progression in the left hand. Let's put those two things together and see how they sound for the various sections of the song. So starting from the beginning, which is actually our chorus, we get 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not, 'cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way, 'cause the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. Using that same picking pattern in the right hand and the exact same chord progression for our verse, we get 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain, when when I believed in forever and everything would stay the same. Now my heart feels like December when somebody say your name. 'Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day, yeah. And finally our bridge. Again, exactly the same finger picking pattern in the right hand and exactly the same chord progression in the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday, yeah. But everything gonna be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Okay, so that's basically it. That progression that we've just played repeats exactly the way we've just played it for all sections of the song. So master that and you've mastered the entire song. Thank you for watching. That's the end of this video. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe to the channel and give this video a like if you enjoyed it or found any of it useful. You might also like to check out some of these videos and let me know in the comments section below what you'd like to learn next. Until then, I'll see you there.